All right, hello everyone. Welcome to DV Systems webinar series. We are very excited to introduce the Apache A5, our newest addition to our rotary screw air compressor lineup. My name is Bogusz Szurkowski, the marketing manager at DV Systems. I will be accompanied by Luke Thrush, design engineer at DV Systems.
Morning, everyone.
So a few housekeeping items before we begin. Questions will be addressed during our Q&A period at the end of our webinar. But feel free to type questions into the messages console during our presentation and we will address them accordingly during the Q&A session. So let's begin with our agenda for this webinar. We will commence with an overview of the Apache A5's key features and benefits. We will then review the Apache A5's internal components. This will then be followed by a video walk around. We will continue on with the Apache A5's value proposition. And finally, we will conclude with a Q&A session where we will address and answer audience questions. So, introducing the Apache A5. It's powered by a high-efficiency 5-horsepower motor and reliably delivers 16 SCFM of compressed air at 145 psi. The Apache A5 features extremely quiet operation, clocking in at 65 dBA, making it ideal for noise-sensitive applications. The Apache A5 features fixed-speed belt drive technology with automatic belt tensioning. It's equipped with the CSC15 Controller, a simple and effective control solution. The Apache is solid and silent, featuring rugged construction and quiet operation. The Apache A5's innovative component integration makes it easily serviceable. And, as with all our rotary screw air compressors, the Apache A5 is backed by a 5-year limited warranty at no additional cost. All you have to do to qualify is register online within 30 days of purchase and maintain the unit properly according to the service manual and use only official DV Systems parts and maintenance kits. The Apache A5 is extremely quiet at 65 decibels, making it ideal for noise-sensitive applications. The Apache A5 is engineered to effectively minimize these noise levels. It's constructed with a solid steel base, frames and floor, and powder-coated, heavy-gauge, acoustically insulated steel cabinets and sound-attenuating foam barriers. Let's move on to the configuration. The Apache A5 comes in a single configuration. Model A5T comes tank-mounted and includes a 60-gallon air receiver. Optional accessories such as an air dryer are available and will be discussed a little later in the webinar. The CSC15 is a simple and effective control solution for the Apache A5. It effectively manages, monitors, and maintains optimal operational parameters to ensure stable system pressure and reliable operation. The controller is simply operated and features an hour meter with power and fault indicator lights. The fault indicator light flashes at different intervals to communicate different faults. The CSC15 features a service reminder indication with service reset, power interruption protection, anti-reverse protection, high temperature limit protection, optional remote start-stop, and programmable relay output for run, load, and fault status. Now we're going to provide an overview of the internal components. Luke?
Okay, so item number 1 here, you can see is the air oil separator filter. Number 2, this is where the air filter for the unit is. On the Apache, we've integrated the steel tubing as well to give it a nice clean look. Number 4 is the oil filter located here. This is the temperature sensor. Number 7 is the oil drain valve, and this has an oil drain tube which can be used when changing the oil. Number 6 is the oil fill cap. Number 9 here is the pressure switch. So the unit runs at 145 psi, offloads, and then down to 110 psi. Item number 10 is the solenoid valve. 11 is the minimum pressure valve. And number 12 is the service interval reset. So this, once the unit has reached the service hours, the indicator light on the front of the unit will flash, and then this is how you reset for the service interval. And again, our units are mounted on isolators to prevent any kind of vibration. So this is a view from the back of the unit. Item number 1 is the oil cooler. Item number 2 is the automatic belt tensioning device. Number 3 is the temperature resistant ribbed belts. So we're using a ribbed belt, which is a smaller profile, so it allows for a quieter running of the unit. Item number 4 is our encapsulated air end. So this acts as a rotor housing as well as the oil reservoir for the unit. There's also a thermal valve in the integrated air end. Number 6 is the cooling fan, and behind that is the open drip proof industrial motor. And at the back, we've implemented some sound attenuating foam to reduce the noise of the unit.
The Apache A5 is driven by a fixed-speed belt drive with automatic tensioning. The belt drive demonstrates efficient power transmission from the motor to the air end. And the single-point tensioning provides constant tensioning to belts automatically. The stationary motor and air end contribute to its overall system stability. Noise is also reduced with the use of oil and temperature-resistant ribbed belts made from engineered rubber compounds. And in addition, there are no tools required for belt maintenance.
So I can just go over just to show you here. This is the hand wheel of the belt tensioning system. Basically, you tighten this wheel, and then this applies a constant pressure to the spring, which places this roller on the belts to provide a constant tension. So to simply unloosen the hand wheel to loosen the tension to remove the belts, and then this can be tightened to apply that tension back onto the belts for running.
Now we're going to move on to a video walk around.
So this is the A5 Apache. We'll have a look at the unit, the outside of the unit here. The front, you'll see the CSC15 Controller. It has an hour meter with a on-off toggle. There's a power indicator light and the red fault indicator light. At the top there, you see the plastic cap. We'll show you this on the inside, and it's used to remove the air oil separator filter. The service panel is removable by a couple of screws, and you have access to all of the components. You have the drain tube, so you can open the valve to change the oil, and you have the oil fill plug and cap. This is the oil filter. You also have the air oil separator filter. To remove that, you simply take off the plastic cap on the roof, and then you can spin off the air oil separator filter. We have the air filter. Simply take off the wing nut, and then the plastic cap comes off, and you have access to the air filter. That simply removes just like so. So we also have the solenoid valve, minimum pressure valve, and your pressure switch, and that there is a service reset button. So it's all the components are right there. At the back, we have the steel tubing, the temperature probe, and the thermal valve. And this is the air end pulley. This is a belt tensioning device. So as we mentioned, you use the hand wheel to relieve or apply tension to the spring, and then you can lift the belts off. Behind that, we have the anti-rotation switch. And here we have the cooling fan and the open drip proof motor.
Moving on, the Apache is available in only one model and voltage. The A5T-03 is tank mounted on a 60-gallon air receiver and is configured for single-phase 230-volt applications with a 23-amp rating. The Apache A5 is backed by a 5-year limited warranty at no additional cost. In order to be eligible for the extended warranty, the unit must be registered online within 30 days of purchase, maintained properly according to the service manual with the use of only official DV Systems parts and maintenance kits. Now let's talk about optional accessories. The Apache A5 comes with a variety of these optional accessories. Remote start-stop capability. This enables the air compressor to be turned on from an alternate location for ease of use. An air dryer and pre-filter, specifically the ProDry ASD15 air dryer and a 3-micron pre-filter. A zero-loss auto drain, which automatically drains moisture condensate from the air receiver. An installation kit, specifically IK515. And finally, the Ecotron 25, a condensate filtration solution that allows you to dispose of condensate safely down a normal city drain, making you compliant with municipal bylaws. So let's review some of the key features of the Apache A5. It is extremely quiet, ideal for noise-sensitive applications, clocking at 65 dBA. It has fixed-speed belt drive technology with automatic belt tensioning, a high-efficiency ODP open drip-proof industrial motor, an integrated cooling fan, steel tubes for increased ruggedness, an integrated air end and oil reservoir, an angled front panel, which improves visibility, and a redesigned base for flexible on-site transport and install. And that concludes our DV Systems webinar on the A-Series A5 Apache. Now for our Q&A period. So what we're going to do is